This sports broadcast made possible by support from the following: Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland for your year-round comfort needs, heating or air conditioning, featuring repair, installation, and around-the-clock emergency service. Call 847-622-7483 or visit customheating.com. The Windy City Bulls. For tickets and game information for the official NBA D-League affiliate of the Chicago Bulls, visit windycitybulls.com. For 115 years, Colonial Cafe has been serving up breakfast, lunch, dinner, and legendary ice cream to the Fox Valley community. Colonial Cafe is the premier location for after games, plays, concerts, and more. Colonial Cafe is your community cafe. ColonialIceCream.com. Paradigm Performance, helping athletes achieve higher levels of performance with outstanding care and rehabilitation. TrainToPerform.us.
And right to live action we go. It is the Grand Bulldogs with a 2-point advantage. Kay with the easy bucket under the basket there. It's Ben Erickson riding solo in game number 4 of this, the Hinkle Holiday Classic. It's our 3rd year of bringing these broadcasts to you. Certainly happy to do so. Live game action here for 3 in the corner, no good. Rebound controlled by the Grant Bulldogs. Bring it across half court. Grant Bulldogs start Lewis, Dupree, Kerr, Kuziak, and Kay. They, of course, are taking on the Jefferson Jayhawks from Rockford, Illinois. They have started Taylor, Newble, Morris, Wesley Torrey, and Dixon. Another one for Kerr off the glass. He's got 4 points right here in the early going of this game number 4 of the afternoon, the Hinkle Holiday Classic. Dixon with it. Goes off near side, Wesley Torrey back to Dixon. Wesley Torrey dribbles in, skip pass cross court, thought about it, did Newble, gonna dribble drive into. That shot off the back of the rack is no good. And that is Garrett who took that one. Garrett actually started, so excuse me on the starters there. A little bit different than what they gave us about 10 minutes ago, but that's the way it is. Grant with it now. Grant wearing the solid red with black and white stripes. And that was Lewis fouled as he made his way right over to the arc. This game brought to you by our title sponsor, Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. Tell you more about them here in just a moment. Lewis with it. Dribbles with the right, gives it back to Kerr. Why not? He's got 4. That one too much, no good. And here come those Jayhawks. Garrett with it. Dribbles with the right, might have taken an extra step, no whistle though, as Lewis comes up with it, brings it across half court, near side to Kuziak. And with that, a timeout is called. For 115 years, Colonial Cafe has been serving up breakfast, lunch, dinner, and legendary ice cream to the Fox Valley community. Colonial Cafe, one of our sponsors, is the premier location for after games, plays, concerts, and more. Colonial Cafe is your community cafe. Check them out at colonialicecream.com. Thank all of our sponsors here. Got Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. You see the logo down there in the score bug in the lower right-hand portion of the screen. For all your comfort needs, heating and air conditioning, give them a call, 622-7483, or you can find them online at customheating.com. Less than a minute gone in this one. And it is the Grant Bulldogs with a 7-0 run here to start things up. Kerr's got 4, and Kuziak drained a 3 just a moment ago. Kerr's one of the larger men down there on the floor. They've got him listed at 6'6". And of course, he is lined up right in the middle of the paint in the center position. Newble with it. Back to Newble. Directs traffic, tries to dribble in for 3. Off the back part, no good, was Wesley Torrey. The rebound taken down, and the putback effort by Garrett was no good. And here come the Bulldogs, right to left in the solid red, black, and red jerseys. That one rolls in by Dupree. 9-0 run to open this up for those Grant Bulldogs. Newble with it again, dribbles between the legs, tries to look over to Dixon, nothing doing, try to get into the middle. That one is swatted away. And the Bulldogs, pretty tenacious on D. Kerr is going to end up with that one under the glass. No whistle, but the easy putback. Give Kerr 6 already in this one. And another timeout by the Jayhawks. They have some things to figure out here as it's 11-0 in the early going. Another timeout brings us a break by Colonial Cafe's breakfast, lunch, dinner, legendary ice cream right here in this Fox Valley community. They are the premier location for after games, plays, concerts, and more. Colonial Cafe, your community cafe, colonialicecream.com. In fact, where we are here at Jacobs High School, there is a Colonial Cafe within throwing distance from the back door here at the gym. At this, the Hinkle Holiday Classic. So thank you, Colonial Cafe. Ben Erickson here with the play-by-play action. By the way, this game being entirely produced by high school students from South Elgin High School. Most of the students at South Elgin High School live in Bartlett, some in West Chicago, some in South Elgin, obviously, and parts of Elgin. And they come up north here, about a half hour away from our campus, to put this game together. This is the third year we've been doing it, and it is an absolute pleasure to camp out here for 5 days and bring all 40 games to you on the live stream on the Hinkle Holiday Classic channel. 4:57 as you see. Here we go, 11-0 run by the Grant High School Bulldogs. Kerr is leading his team with 6. Dixon over to Wesley Torrey. We had him in the tournament last year, as I recognize the last name. Down in the corner for 3, and that one is good, and that breaks the drought for Jefferson High School. Jones connects. Between the leg dribble is Dupree. Dupree has it stripped away and then taken right back by him. Interior pass to Kuziak. And now we get it back up top to Lewis once again. Near side, Dupree. Down low post, shot is up, it's good. Kuziak now in the scoring column. Again, he has got 5. Up top, near side, as Jones had it, gives it up to Wesley Torrey, now back to Dixon. Pretty good defense applied here by Grant. No interior passes to speak of so far for those Jayhawks. For 3, off the back part, no good. Rebound controlled by Kerr. Kerr, they've got him listed at 6'6". He's got lengthy arms to go with it. Lewis, bounce pass into Kerr, couldn't handle, a little bit too low. And now Rockford takes it left to right. Dixon loses the handle on it, but it goes right over to Taylor. That shot attempt no good. And here come the Bulldogs. Right-handed dribble. Kuziak with a power move. Count it! As he is fouled on the way. Kuziak has got 7 and a chance to make it 8 should he connect from the line. Bulldogs, an 11-0 run to start this game. So we got a substitution, a couple of substitutions now for Rockford. Jay-Sean Morris is going to check in. He wears number 11. And Tavian Jones is now in there. Bulldogs quick to get the rebound. Kerr with it. It would have been a nice pass, but they say from the whistle that it was Kuziak that pushed off there. So 3:10 here in the first quarter. It's still very early in the game. As Elishawan Taylor has a seat on the bench. Taylor, one of the starters for Rockford, now out of the game. 2:58 running clock, 15-3 your score. Jayhawks in the white and red. They're listed as the home team on the scoreboard here in the room. For 3, off the front part, no good. Rebound is loose down there on the floor. And we've got a timeout from the Grant bench. Timeout brought to you by Colonial Cafe. Check them out at colonialicecream.com. Not a whole lot of folks in attendance so far here today, but it's early. Saturday, a lot of people work on Saturdays, and this tournament continues next week. Then we take a break for the holiday and then bring it back for the championship. Get a nice look at that loose ball and the fracas down there on the floor. And look at that right there, the official. Here's the timeout. That timeout replay brought to you by Paradigm Performance. Paradigm Performance, designed to provide outstanding care and rehabilitation for athletes and to help them achieve higher levels of performance. Check them out at train2perform.us. Back we are, game action. That ball trickles out of bounds. And we've got a new name in there for Grant. It's Jack Gordon, wearing number 2. He lost the handle on it. And last touched by Rockford. Lewis with it, the flighty guard. Overhand pass to a wide open. Gordon couldn't handle it, but he finds Kerr, who's streaking through, and Kerr puts it off. He's got 8 points here in this first quarter. Jones has got it. Picks up the dribble, finds Dixon. Dixon with the left, back to the right. Again, good defensive pressure applied by the Bulldogs. When you think of a Bulldog, you think of a tenacious creature of sorts, and this defense has been all of that so far in the first quarter. Dixon's got it. Again, still nothing going inside. There's been no inside out or outside in for Rockford so far. They've only got 1 3-point field goal to show for their efforts so far here today. Hopping and jumping through the lane there, throws it up is Jones, and that one trickles out of bounds and is no good. It's Tavian Jones. We've got a couple of Jones on the rosters here, Sam and Tavian. Dixon for 3 in the corner, almost connects, no good. Rebound brought down by Gordon. Into the hands of Kuziak. Kuziak, the easy floater, that one's good. Kuziak has got 9 and another timeout, but let's take a look at the Paradigm Performance replay here. Streaking to the basket is Kerr, and he throws it off the glass. Paradigm Performance, designed to provide outstanding care and rehabilitation for athletes and help them achieve higher levels of performance. Find them online at train2perform.us. Wow, what a game so far for the Grant Bulldogs. Rockford down there trying to get somewhat of a wake-up call as head coach Todd Brandon down there talking to the troops. He's assisted by Chris Dixon and Nate Green. Meanwhile, the Grant Bulldogs, coached by Wayne Bosworth, John Iduk, and Lee Oler. As this timeout ends, we thank our sponsor, Colonial Cafe. Find them at colonialicecream.com. Back we are, just a minute and a half left here in the first quarter. It's been all Grant, as you can see on the score there, 19-3. Sam Jones gives it up to Dixon. Dixon between their legs, tries to get into the lane, throws it off the glass. That one somehow finds its way in, and it's good. Dixon has got 2. Skip pass up the floor, find Kerr. And Kerr has got 10 points here in the first quarter. Great effort by him. Another shot up is no good by Dixon, trying to take matters into his own hands, and he's whistled for the offensive foul. And that is going to draw a pair of substitutions for the Jayhawks. Jeremiah Jones is going to check in. That's the 3rd Jones on the roster that I can find here. So Jeremiah Jones is back in, and so is number 2, Elishawan Taylor. 21-5, full court pressure applied. Good man-to-man coverage as they spread the floor. Dupree with it, far side to Gordon, to Lewis, back to Dupree. Kay with it. Haven't said his name too much yet here in the first quarter. Almost picks it up and carries it, does Gordon. Kerr going to try to get down the low post to Kay, nothing doing. Kerr with it again. 6'6" center, makes his way in strong, uses the long arms, and it's good. What an effort by Kerr. Man, doesn't have the biggest body. Very angular. but did a good job of using what he had there to find a spot and throw it off the glass. 23-5. Dixon going to take the last second shot here. Not enough on it, and at the end of the first quarter, it's 23-5. Tell you what, let's send it down to the production truck there and hear from our friends at the Windy City Bulls.
High Flying Hoops is only part of the Windy City Bulls experience during the team's inaugural season as the official NBA Development League affiliate of the Chicago Bulls. Check out the promotions and events schedule for this season at WindyCityBulls.com and bring the kids for the up-close action at the Sears Center in Hoffman Estates. World-class interactive entertainment that the Bulls are known for will make all 24 home games a place to be. Buy your tickets for every home game at WindyCityBulls.com.
And we thank the Windy City Bulls for being aboard. You know, they are that D-League team, that quote-unquote developmental team for the Chicago Bulls, which is exciting in our area. Of course, we've got the Chicago Bulls just about an hour away from where we're at. But the Windy City Bulls play in Hoffman Estates, which is about half the distance. So you can see pro basketball in a nice, really nice venue in the Sears Center. And we thank them for being involved and helping us get our broadcast out to you here on the Hinkle Holiday Classic channel. Jeremiah Jones has got it, and we're into the second quarter now as you see a commanding lead by the Grant Bulldogs, who started this game on an 11-0 run. Rockford trying to figure out how to get some more interior penetration as a little low post play right there. Taylor lowers the shoulder, and they're going to call him with the offensive foul. That's the second offensive foul called against Jefferson. A little bit of desperation, perhaps, as they've just not had anything going. Baseball pass, making a football pass, really. Kerr's going to back his way in with the left. Off the glass, it's no good. And that rebound controlled by Dixon and the Jayhawks. Flicks it off to his right-hand side. Shot off the glass is no good. And they maintain control there. It was Terrius Gaines who cut and was unable to connect on the layup there just a moment ago. And Rockford's going to reset things here. Dixon tries to get it down low, and it nearly hits our camera guy, who's situated right underneath the basket there. There you get a good look, a closer look at some of the players in this game this morning. Pardon me, this afternoon. Strong move into the lane as Garrett gets it off. No good. And he is fouled, and looks like he's going to go. Actually, they're going to say the foul was before the shot. My mistake. So Rockford going to set it up now as Jeremiah Jones slaps it, looking for something to happen. Gets the quick pass off to Elishawan Taylor, and Taylor now in the scoring column for his team. That one is knocked away, and it's going to stay on the Rockford half of the floor. So perhaps this is the glimmer of hope that the Jayhawks were looking for, at least to get things going for the time being. Grant led 23-5 coming into this quarter, made possible by that 11-0 run to start the game. Dixon from way back hits that one. Dixon has got 5 unofficially. Dupree with it, little too much. Off Kerr right there with the rebound. Strong effort, another too much on it. Kerr gets his own rebound. No shot and a foul down on the floor, so we're going to get a chance to see the Bulldogs set things up underneath their own basket here, with Lewis doing the honors for his guys. That's Logan Lewis. Logan, bounce pass. Kerr, glass, good. Kerr's got 14. It's nice to watch these early games in the tournament so you get an idea of how things are going to unfold down the road. Teams will play 4 games in this tournament. Kerr has established himself as a presence underneath with some decent mobility. We've seen him cut to the basket a couple of times as well. Dupree, the lefty, slings from 3. It's too much, and it goes out of bounds. Going to be the Jayhawks ball. 25-10, another substitution now for Rockford, as they have had a collection of players in the game trying to figure things out for those guys. And it is number 34, James Dunner, who's in there now for Rockford. Far side, Dixon. 6 minutes, running clock. Nice pass inside. Taylor gets it up. It's no good. Rebound. Loose on the floor, and the Bulldogs have it. Rockford, good job getting inside the lane that time. They had not been able to do that very much so far here. Kuziak off the glass. Good driving effort, but it's no good. Dixon brings it up the floor quickly. Little stutter dribble, gets into the lane, off the glass, no good. Putback attempt, also no good by Taylor. We've got a ball loose down on the floor, and we finally got a whistle that stops play. As you see bodies everywhere down there on the floor, and good sportsmanship as everybody helps each other up. And it looks like we have got a 30-second timeout by the Grant Bulldogs. So let's tell you about Colonial Cafe. 115 years they've been in business, and they've been serving up breakfast, lunch, dinner, and legendary ice cream to the Fox Valley community. They are the premier location for after games, plays, concerts, and more. Colonial Cafe is your community cafe. ColonialIceCream.com. If you've never been there, you should check out the kitchen sink that they have. A gigantic sundae that actually comes in a small kitchen sink, hence the name. Looks like, looking down at the Rockford bench there at Dixon, so we're going to get a replay, Paradigm Performance replay. Good effort off the glass. And it ends up with, as you see, all the players everywhere. And Dixon, I think, received some of the aftermath of that activity, and it looks like he's got a maybe a bloody nose here on the near side. So we'll monitor that situation, and thanks to Paradigm Performance, traintoperform.com for that replay. Back we are, live game action. Taylor with it. And we've got a little bit of music playing during our action here as the scorer's table is quick to hit the pause button. 25-10, commanding lead by the Grant Bulldogs. Much ado by the play of John Kerr, who's got 14 points. Back for three. That one is no good. Good rebound effort there by Elishawan Taylor. Down into the corner. Still not a lot going on with interior penetration in terms of trying to work it down into the post area, as that one is not handled by Elishawan Taylor. And the Bulldogs are going to take over here with just 4:41 left in the first half. A pretty quick first half so far. Dupree's got it, dribbles with the left. We've seen him shoot with the left, so most likely that is the direction he wants to head, as that one is slapped out of bounds. And he's going to do the honors. Lewis has got it, near side, cutting to the basket. Kuziak up with the right, off the glass. All too easy for Kuziak. He has got 13 points this afternoon. Quick in transition. Elishawan Taylor gives it up to Dunner, James Dunner down there, and now Jones with it, gets into the lane and gets the shot off, but I think they're going to call the foul prior to that. So Sam not going to get a chance to go to the line, I don't think. Nope, it was on the floor, that foul committed by number 21, Kyle Dupree. Another substitution for Rockford, as they slap it and gets things going underneath their own basket. Kick it way out top to Dunner. We've not seen Dixon come back, as I think he maybe caught an elbow or something when they were down on the floor for a loose ball, and a little bit of a bloody nose, but it looks like he is preparing to get back into this one with just 4 minutes left in the first half. Another three on the way. That one is good. Sam Jones breaks into the scoring column and cuts the lead nearly in half for the Jayhawks. Bulldogs have done a good job breaking the press, as Kuziak has it now, right to left, over to Lewis. Kerr's got it, a lot of length, not afraid to drive, as you can see, puts it up, can't get it to fall, and the rebound torn down by Elishawan Taylor. Going to take it himself, stutter dribble, off with the right, glass, nothing. Can't get it in, they just have not been able to get any interior penetration, as Kerr puts on the brakes and lays it in with the left hand. He has got 16 points in the first half. As we said, Kerr brings considerable height, 6'6" down there. Very long arms as that pass is taken away by Grant. And Lewis has got it all the way down to Dupree. Spin move, and they call him with the offensive foul. So that's the third offensive foul that we have seen here in the first half. Thanks to Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland, one of our title sponsors. Check them out at customheating.com or give them a call, 847-622-7483. And you might want to do it before tomorrow. It's supposed to be extraordinarily cold in our area. So wherever you're watching from, it's a typical Chicago area winter in these parts. 12 degrees when we made our way to Jacobs High School this morning. Back we are, game action, 29-13, Grand Bulldogs with the lead. Another new man in there for Jefferson. It's Anthony Rhodes, who wears number 5. Rockford slowing things down here, waiting for something to materialize. Rhodes with it, dribbles with the right, then back to the left. Gives it up to Sam Jones, who had a three-pointer just a couple of game moments ago. Jones cutting to the basket, trying to get something going inside. He and Kerr fall to the floor. Jump ball in the possession area says it's going to come back this way to Grand High School. So we see some bits and pieces of a replay there. Kerr's got it. Grant looking to break the press again. They're always looking up the floor. Kuziak with it. Gonna take a little jumper from about 6 feet out, no good. Gets his own rebound, takes the dribble, and now gets it over to Lewis to try to reset things. Kerr with it off the glass, has his legs taken out from underneath him, but the putback effort by Kuziak is good, and Rockford have got to call another timeout here in the first half, as Kuziak has now got 15 points. So let's take a look at the replay here. Kerr has his legs taken out from underneath him, as you can see, and then right there for the nice putback is Kuziak, and that replay courtesy of Paradigm Performance. Paradigm Performance designed to provide outstanding care and rehabilitation for athletes and to help them achieve higher levels of performance. See them at traintoperform.us. That brings us to another Colonial Cafe timeout. For 115 years, they've been serving up breakfast, lunch, dinner, and legendary ice cream to the Fox Valley community. Colonial Cafe, the premier location for after games, plays, concerts, and more. Colonial Cafe is your community cafe. Check them out at colonialicecream.com. They have 7 locations up and down the Fox Valley. Just a great place to go with the family or really any guest, or by yourself. All right, back we are. Game action, 31-13. Grant Bulldogs have the lead. Rockford has just had a heck of a time trying to get anything going inside. For the better part of the first quarter, they really had nothing going inside, but have been trying to correct that and get things going a little bit more here, as we've just got a minute 54 left in the first half. Dixon back out there now. As we said, he might have taken an elbow in the lip or the nose, and that sat him down on the bench for about 4 or 5 game minutes, but he seems to be the motivator, at least on the offensive side of things. He does most of the ball handling and has taken a couple of three-point shots as he ends up with it now top of the key extended. Another new man out there for Rockford. I'll let you know who he is in just a second. It's Mike Powell wearing number 32. Good dribbling effort there, but blocked by John Kerr. John Kerr, one of the scorers that's highlighting this game here. He has got 16 points and a block shot there as Lewis ends up with it. Now in the middle of the floor. Rockford has had 14 different players into the game so far, as they are just trying to get anything they can started before they can get into the halftime locker room. Anthony Rhodes takes it. Rhodes they have listed at 6'1", and he is a junior. Far side, Jones gives it back to Rhodes, now back to Jones. Good bounce pass, here they go, trying to work it inside. That time a whistle and a foul. Kerr guilty, And that's going to send a Jayhawk now to the line. That's Elijahwan Taylor, who is going to go to the line for the Jayhawks. Less than a minute here in the first half remain. First one nodded off the front part is no good. Taylor does have 2 points in the game. Next one on the way, coming right at you. And that one also no good. So unable to convert any points there from the charity line was Elijahwan Taylor. Far side, Kuziak, another scoring machine so far for the Grant Bulldogs. They're going to keep it to one shot here before they get to that halftime locker room. Just 25 seconds remain. Down to 18 seconds now. Lewis with it. And back to Kuziak. Who's going to have the honors here? Will it be Kerr inside? It might be off the glass, and it's good. Kerr is going to take 18 points to the halftime locker room. And from beyond half court by Dixon, that one is no good. So at the end of the first half, it is the Grant Bulldogs 33 and the Rockford Jefferson Jayhawks 13. Hey, let's take a quick timeout. And when we come back, more exciting basketball right after this. All right, back from the half that we are. The Windy City Bulls, a proud sponsor of this tournament broadcast. For tickets and game information for the official NBA D-League affiliate of the Chicago Bulls, visit WindyCityBulls.com. And we are back here from the halftime at the Hinkle Holiday Classic, Jacobs High School in Algonquin, Illinois. It is the Grant Community High School Bulldogs 33 and those Rockford Jefferson Jayhawks 13. Let's look at some of the scoring, how it went down in the first half. First for the Jayhawks, it was Elishawan Taylor. For the Jayhawks here as I get my notes. It's Elishawan Taylor only had 2 points in the first half. Quillen Dixon had 5. Jones had 3. And I've got 1 3-pointer unaccounted for Rockford. On the other side of things for the Grant Bulldogs, Kyle Dupree had 2. John Kerr had 18, leading all scorers this afternoon, and Ben Kuziak with 15. So a fresh 8 up on the scoreboard, and we are ready to go here in the third quarter. This is game number 4 of the afternoon, which means we are almost halfway through the first day of games here at the Hinkle Holiday Classic. Speaking of which, Coach Hinkle himself will be here later to do a couple of games. Some good interior move there by that's Myquan Garrett who got in there. He's number 33. Myquan into the scoring column for the first time this afternoon. Some good pressure applied by Rockford, so perhaps whatever was said in that halftime locker room is paying off, as that one is good right in front of us here for 3. Quillen Dixon drains one, and that is going to draw a timeout from the Grant bench. So a little bit of a turn of events here. This game brought to you by our title sponsor, Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. For all your comfort needs, heating or air conditioning, give them a call at 847-622-7483 or visit them online at customheating.com. And since you're watching this game online, you can just open another tab and go ahead and type in that web address and check them out. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Maybe you've got a furnace that you're flipping a coin on whether or not it's actually going to work sometimes. You should call the Custom Heating guys over, let them check out the thermostat, let them check out that furnace, because it's going to get cold as we get closer to the Christmas holiday. 33-18, Rockford on a mini run of sorts as they have 5 points here in the first half. Got to remind you that Grant had a 23-5 lead at the end of the first quarter, believe it or not. And it's the Bulldogs that are going to take over here as they were forced to call a timeout, trapped in the backcourt. Kerr with it, finds an open Dupree with the right hand, no good. And here comes Dixon, who had spent some time on the bench due to a little bit of an injury. Soft touch is no good. They are just banging around for rebound there as Kerr had it, and now Dupree ends up with it. Will want to go to his left, but that ball is knocked out of his hands due to a foul called here before they got across the half-court line. Rockford coming to life a little bit more for certain here, as you get a chance to see for a moment there Quillen Dixon, as Lewis has got it now in the backcourt, brings it across. Behind the back dribble, nearly taken away. Ball is almost wrapped up, but not quite. Kuziak gets it down to Dupree, back to Kuziak. Dupree, far side, Kuziak. Grant's done a pretty good job of getting the ball inside and using some of the height there of John Kerr. As we said, he's got 18 points. Kuziak right behind him with 15 points. Dupree. And pretty good defense here applied by Rockford. Rockford about 45 minutes to the northwest. The way that the weather has been last night, a lot of ice and snowy conditions. They're probably glad that they're playing midday here at the Hinkle Holiday Classic. Nothing doing for almost a minute now. Great zone pressure applied by Rockford. Kuziak ends up with it again. Grant doing a good job just waiting for an opportunity. Bounce pass down low to, is that Kay? That is Andy Kay. And he's into the scoring column for the first time. Dixon with it. Calls out traffic near side, Sam Jones. Down low to Myquan Garrett, gets it off, no good. Rebound taken down by Kuziak again. A lot of time off the timepiece there with that last trip down the floor as Dupree connects for three. Yeah, I like how that rhymes. 5 points for Dupree. Far side, Anthony Rhodes. Now get it here near side, Sam Jones. There are a trio of Joneses as Myquan Garrett launches from three, no good. Rebound controlled by Rockford. As Elijah Taylor came down with it. Rhodes, that is Myquan Garrett. Good positioning underneath the basket there and puts the soft touch off the glass. Quick down the floor now are the Bulldogs. Kuziak with it, goes hard in with the right, puts it up. Count it, Kuziak going to the line. And they gave him the continuation on that, so Kuziak now adds to his point total with a chance to tie up his teammate with the and one opportunity. Kuziak with 17 and John Kerr with 18. He's got it. A pair of 18-point efforts for Kuziak and Kerr. Kerr doing all the damage in the first half for Grant. Back to Rhodes. Myquan Garrett has done a pretty good job trying to get inside as we got a turnaround move. That shot is blocked. Looked like Kerr may have had a piece of it. Possibly Dupree in there as well. Kuziak now. Down to Dupree, swatted away. And a good block shot there by Elijah Taylor. Block shot. Lewis slaps it. Gets it out to Kerr. Kuziak again with it. Kuziak does a lot of the ball handling, at least so far here in the second half for these guys. Gets in, nice lay-in off the glass. Kuziak now leads all scorers with 20. Dixon makes his way in, that effort no good. Rebound taken down by Kerr. Kerr looks like he might have caught one in an elbow, maybe in the quad, as he is limping a little bit in obvious pain, but not painful enough to take it in and try to get a low pass down to Kay. Now out to Lewis. It's good. And I know you're going to hear this later. When you can play that inside-out game with penetration and then kick it out to guards who can, or wing players that can hit those three-point field goals, you're going to have a recipe for success, and that is a 26-point lead right now for the Grant Bulldogs. So Kerr does sit down as we see this nice three-pointer by Kerr here on the Paradigm Performance replay. Paradigm Performance, trained to perform. .us. Dixon right in front of us for three, no good. Rebound controlled by Kuziak and then quick to Lewis. Jack Gordon has checked into the game for John Kerr. Kuziak guarded closely by Elisha Taylor. Get it back out. Lewis now to Kay. He's got 2 points. Going to try to play it in the post. Gets it off of the left. No good. Rebound and put back by Dupree. No good. Now Kuziak has got it. Nice over-the-head pass there into Dupree. And great ball movement by this Grant Bulldog team. Dupree has got 7. Myquan Garrett launches for 3. That one is no good. Nice no-look pass goes at Garrett. Off the glass. Will it go? It doesn't, but he's going to go to the line for 2. Delano Newble with the nice no-look pass. A couple of substitutions here in just a moment for Rockford as Myquan's first attempt is no good. Myquan Garrett has 4 points in the game, and it is Jashawn Morris and Jeremiah Jones checking into the game. Elisha Taylor is going to have a seat, as is Anthony Rhodes. From the forehead, the next effort is no good. Ball's loose on the floor. We've got a whistle, and we'll see the way that they call it here. I'm not sure if it was a, yeah, it looks like it's an end up going to be, looks like a timeout. And Jefferson in the third quarter here is already out of timeout. So that'll give us a chance to tell you about one of our sponsors, and that's Paradigm Performance. Paradigm Performance, designed to provide outstanding care and rehabilitation for athletes and to help them achieve higher levels of performance. traintoperform.us. We thank Dr. Stu Wee from Paradigm Performance for being a sponsor here for us on these broadcasts here at the Hinkle Holiday Classic. In fact, it was Dr. Stu's birthday yesterday. I can tell you he is on the wrong side of 40. I think it was his 40th birthday last year. So Dr. Stu, of course, in outstanding shape, training the athletes over at his facility right off the tollway in Elgin, almost at the intersection of Route 90 and Route 31. So thanks, Dr. Stu, for helping us out in the broadcast here. We've got some substance down there on the floor which needed to be removed. It is. And we are ready to go with 2:27 here in the third quarter. Grant, as you see on your screen, 48-20 with a commanding lead. They led 23-5 after the first quarter, folks, and 33-18 going into the halftime locker room. Rockford just trying to get something going. They were on a mini run. Off the glass and no good, but headed to the line should be Jay-Sean Morris. Morris looking to get into the scoring column here for his Jayhawks. Foul committed by Andy Kay, that's his third foul. And the first effort there by Morris is no good, and we're going to see Kerr check back into the game as Andy Kay is going to check out. Kerr was Charlie Horst, or had some sort of an injury that took him out there briefly. Next effort is no good, and coming in strong for the rebound is number 2, Jack Gordon, and he knocks teammate Ben Kuziak down to the floor. Five starters for the Grant Bulldogs were Logan Lewis, Kyle Dupree, John Kerr, Ben Kuziak, Andy Kay. Jack Gordon has been the proverbial sixth man. Lewis quick up the floor, tries to get the shot off. It's no good as he's stripped from behind, and here comes Dixon. Dribbles right into a 2-on-3 situation. Myquan Garrett, good dribble drive, shot off the front part, no good. And the rebound controlled by Kuziak. Kuziak with it. Dribbles with the left and is right into the hands of Delano Newble. Gets it over to Myquan Garrett, and Myquan gets that one to fall. Myquan's got 6 in the game. Still with a 26-point advantage are the Grant Bulldogs, with still the fourth quarter coming your way here. Dupree dribbles in. His shot no good. Rebound claimed by the Jayhawks. Here comes Delano Newble. Another no-look pass with the left, and it's down with a great layup effort there by Jeremiah Jones, and that's going to send him to the line. We see Myquan's basket just a moment ago there on the replay. The and one is no good. And the rebound claimed by Kuziak and the Bulldogs. Dupree, far side. Into the hands of Lewis. And Jack Gordon, the sixth man. Dupree underneath the basket, gets it off the glass. He is fouled. And that's going to send him to the line. Dupree's not been to the line yet today, but he does have 7 points. Leading all scorers this afternoon is Ben Kuziak. He has got 20. The lefty lets it go, and that first free throw attempt of the afternoon for him is no good. So another chance coming here with just 50.8 left here in the third quarter. As you can see that shot there, nearly coming right at you underneath the basket. Dupree lets it go. That one rattles out and is no good, and the rebound taken down by Jeremiah Jones. Gets it to Newble. Newble loses the handle on it. His counterpart on the other team, Lewis, ends up with it. That's Logan Lewis. Logan has one three-point field goal this afternoon. Seems to me he's a pass first and shoot second type of a guy. Point guard. Does some of the ball handling, but we've seen Kuziak, who's down in the low post, do quite a bit of ball handling as he's vying for position right now. Got a whistle as that one hits the line and goes out of bounds with a shade under 20 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Myquan loses the handle on it. It goes out of bounds. Kerr ends up on the floor. Kerr's been pretty quiet here in the second half so far. He had 18 going into the halftime locker room, but nothing doing since. Another substitution to tell you about here by the Grant Bulldogs. It's number 3, Mike Huff, into the game. See who's able to get the last second shot off. It was Dixon last time. Gets it up the floor to Jeremiah Jones, and he is fouled from behind as Mike Huff made up some ground there, and Jones ends up on the floor here. So with 0.1 seconds left, so we get a chance to see the replay here. Jones with it, and then coming in strong with the foul is Huff. And that one is no good, and we've got a buzzer. Special thanks to Paradigm Performance and that replay. Visit them at traintoperform.us. So after 3 quarters of play, it's 48-24. Grant with the lead. Let's hear from our friends at the Windy City Bulls.
High Flying Hoops is only part of the Windy City Bulls experience during the team's inaugural season as the official NBA Development League affiliate of the Chicago Bulls. Check out the promotions and events schedule for this season at windycitybulls.com and bring the kids for the up-close action at the Sears Center in Hoffman Estates. World-class interactive entertainment that the Bulls are known for will make all 24 home games a place to be. Buy your tickets for every home game at windycitybulls.com.
All right, we're back here. Hinkle Holiday Classic, a fresh 8 up on the scoreboard. It has been the Grant Bulldogs all afternoon here in game number 4 as they currently lead the Rockford Jefferson Jayhawks by a score of 48-26. Been fun bringing all the play-by-play action your way here. Again, this game being produced entirely by high school students from a neighboring high school in the area here, South Elgin High School. Lewis has got it. Brings it across. Kerr with it. Good pass underneath to Dupree. Dupree has got 7 in the second half. That gives him 9 for the game. Delano Newble with it. Jeremiah Jones also into the game. Looks like Rockford has substituted size for speed. They've got a lot of diminutive guards out there that seem to be able to move up and down the floor pretty well. So a little bit different strategy, and why not? When you're chasing 24, change it up a little bit. Lewis with it. Far side, Kuziak eyes up the 3. He'll take it. A little bit short, tries to get his own rebound, but it is Dixon who ends up with it. Dixon overhead pass. Was going to try to get down low there to Jay-Sean Morris, but nothing doing. Kuziak gives it to Kerr as they try to break the press. They do. Kuziak gets it across with the right hand. Gives it up to Dupree, the lefty. Try to work it into Kerr, who looks down low, gets it out to Dupree, lets it fly, short, no good, rebound Kerr. Kerr spinning around. This Grant Bulldog team is more than content to take their time. They ran off about a minute of the game clock in the second quarter looking for an opportunity, and they cashed in on what would become a easy Kerr lay-in by just waiting for an opportunity. Lewis with it, down to Dupree, here we go again. Kay's back in there. Far side, Kuziak. Pass inside to Dupree, and that's about what it looked like last time. It's just follow the script, boys, and be patient. So Dupree is fouled, and that is going to send him to the line as you get a chance to see him right there at the line. And that one for Dupree is good. He is now 1 for 3 from the line this afternoon. Jayhawks are out of timeouts. They had to call 3 timeouts in the first quarter alone. And more substitutions for Rockford here. Dupree's second toss is good. He is 2 for 4, even 50% from the free throw line this afternoon. Near side Jones. Swing it around, down in the corner. Rockford, again, going with the speedy bodies as they've got most of their guards out there on the floor, as that one by Delano Newble is good. Newble into the scoring column for the first time. Kuziak using the baseline, and the Grant Bulldogs breaking the press as Kerr is able to score for the first time in the second half. Great ball movement by the Grant Community High School Bulldogs. Far side, Tavian Jones is in there. Delano Newble scored just a moment ago. Jeremiah Jones to his left. Far side now for 3 is Anthony Rhodes. Rhodes now into the scoring column. Grant, though, still with a comfortable lead with just about 5 minutes remaining here in the game. Be interesting to see if the Bulldogs decide to empty the bench out. As we're still pretty early in the season, sometimes coaches want to see what they have outside of a practice situation and get guys some game minutes. Again, this first game in the tournament, it's always fun to do these early games because you get an idea of what to look for as you get a little bit down the road in terms of matchups and the different teams that are going to see each other. And there are 40 games out here at the Hinkle Holiday Classic. Coach Hinkle will be here later. The Illinois High School Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Famer is inducted in 2010, and he likes to call some of the games. We actually hooked up with him last year. Great dribbling effort there by Delano Newble as he ends up on the floor, and he looks to be in obvious pain there as he might have landed on his chin as he hit the floor. Players surrounding him trying to get him up, and it looks like he's going to be fine. See the replay here as he goes up, prepared himself for contact, and actually not a whole lot of contact as you see there on the replay. He just kind of turned to the side and wasn't able to gather his feet as he came down. So that's the Paradigm Performance replay. Paradigm Performance designed to provide outstanding care and rehabilitation for athletes and to help them achieve higher levels of performance. You can find Dr. Stu online. Train the number 2 perform.us. Quillen Dixon is going to get a chance to shoot those free throws as his first one is good. That's his first trip to the free throw line this afternoon. The next one on the way, that one is also good. So Quillen Dixon, a even 2 for 2 from the line as that inbounds pass is partially deflected. Kuziak trying to get it from Kay. Kay dribbles out of trouble. And now Kuziak going to try to spread the floor out again. They've done a really good job breaking this press, and now they're in tight man-to-man coverage. But a whistle and a foul by Quillen Dixon slows everything down. Kuziak and Kerr have both 20-point afternoons for the Grant Bulldogs. And they've had a familiar 5 out there the majority of the game. Jack Gordon has come in briefly, as has Mike Huff. Kuziak's second one is good. Kuziak now with 21 points. All right, behind the back dribble there by Dupree as he ends up with the deflection that gets loose on the floor. Kerr with it now. The give and go to Dupree, a little bit too high, can't handle it, goes out of bounds. Rockford coming back the other way. See Dupree coming right at you there. Substitution now, it is Javin Wesley Torrey is going to come into the game as Anthony Rhodes and Quillen Dixon have a seat here right in front of us on the bench. Quick pass to Elishawan Taylor. His effort is no good, and the rebound taken down by Andy Kay. And now we're going to have a 3-on-2, but quickly back in defense is Rockford and those Jayhawks as that ball is slapped out of bounds by Elishawan Taylor. Taylor, just a sophomore, by the way. We've got him listed at 6'3". Rockford seems like they always come to this tournament, so we'll get a chance to see him as a junior next year, hopefully. Kerr's got it, gonna take it. Can't knock it down. Rebound taken down by Tavion Jones. Jones on the gallop. Underneath to Taylor, that one is no good. And somehow, Jeremiah Jones ends up with it. Next to Lewis, possibly the shortest player on the floor. Right place, right time. Devin Duncan is in there for Jefferson. He's wearing number 22. He's got on those yellow and orange shoes there, and he's going to match up against Dupree. Dupree with a decided height advantage in that one. Kuziak with it now. Dupree with it. Again, hounded closely there by Devin Duncan. Rockford has had 15 different players in the game. By contrast, Grant has only had 7. So you've got twice as many players that have come off the bench for Rockford. Perhaps that's by design, just to see what guys can do here early in the season. Mike Powell is going to check back into the game for Rockford as Kuziak goes to the line for 2. His first one is good. I've got Kuziak with 22 points. He leads all scorers. Teammate John Kerr right behind him with 20. As another substitution now as Jordan Thomas checks into the game for Rockford, and he is officially their 16th different player that has been in the game this afternoon. 58-33, Grant has got the lead. They've had the lead the entire afternoon. If the first quarter was any indication of how things would go, it would make sense as Duncan connects for 3. Grant had a 23-5 lead after the first quarter, which included an 11-0 run to start the game. Kerr with the putback, no good. Underneath, looks like Kay is fouled, and he's going to head to the line for 2 with just 2 minutes left. Duncan hit that nice 3 for the Jayhawks. He's new to this game, just checked in this quarter. He was the 15th different player. As the first one on the way by Kay is good, and Andy Kay has got 3 unofficially. And it looks like the Bulldogs now are going to get some new bodies out there, and we'll give you some names here in just a moment. It is Nick Cuvelis, who's into the game, as is Mike Huff, who has returned. And it was just a matter of time before Grant would start sending some new bodies in there. Trevon Wilcox is in there as well for Grant. It's nice to identify these players here. We might see him a little bit down the road. Good quick pass underneath. Duncan unable to get it, but he swats it away. And that one is taken away and heads back in the opposite direction by Jeremiah Jones. So give Jeremiah Jones another bucket. He's got 4 on the afternoon. Pass goes underneath and quick off the glass. And with the easy basket is Mike Huff. Drew Walker also out there for Grant. Duncan with it, dribbles with the right, puts down his head, lets it go, floater no good. And the rebound controlled by Nick Cuvelis. Trevon Wilcox had it there for a moment. He's got it again down in the corner. Trayvon, nice solid body, fakes the pass, puts it off the glass, and it's no good. Rebound taken down by Jordan Thomas. Behind the back dribble, Thomas down in the corner, gives it to Powell, dribbles in, can he get it to go? He's fouled. He's gonna head to the line for 2 as his effort there was no good. Fouled en route to the basket. 62-38.
At the line, Powell, shooting 2.
Mike's first one, not quite enough. It's his first trip to the line here. And more substitutions now for Grant, as we have Chase Mayfield checking in, Henry Halverson, Kyle Broom in there now, as is number 5, Jacob Lotz. So the Bulldogs getting some of their guys some action here, as that next one by Mike Powell is good. So it's going to be a win here for the Grant Bulldogs. They go to 1-0 in the tournament, as that pass is thrown off the line and out of bounds, intended for Chase Mayfield, the big 6'5" junior who was down there in the corner. As we said, Halverson, Broom, Mayfield into the game. Trevon Wilcox had checked in for the Bulldogs. Low post play. Jordan Thomas looking for somebody. Duncan for 3. He's got it. Duncan knocks down another 3. He's got 6. So he is 2 for 2 from the land of 3. Nice skip pass across court there and dribbling in. Heaves it up with the right hand is number 31, Henry Halverson. Halverson into the scoring column. And rips down a rebound as well. So Halverson getting some stats here this afternoon. Just 3 seconds left in this one. Grant, as we said, is going to go on to win. They are 1-0 in this, the Hinkle Holiday Classic. And that shot will not count. And your final score is 64-42. Give you some quick scoring totals here, and we'll get up on out of here because we've got to reset for another game. For the Grant Bulldogs, it was Kyle Dupree with 9. John Kerr ends up with 20. Ben Kuziak ends up with 22. Andy Kay with 1. Mike Huff with 2. Henry Halverson there late in the game with 2. For Rockford Jefferson, Elishawan Taylor's got 2. Delano Newble. So we've got our replay coming your way here. Quillen Dixon had 5. Mikewan Garrett had 6. Sam Jones with 3. Jeremiah Jones with 4. Andy Rhodes with 3. Mike Powell with 1. Devin Duncan with a pair of 3s there for 6 points. And that's going to do it for game number 4. Don't forget to tune back into the Hinkle Holiday Classic channel. We've got more basketball coming your way. Once again, repeating the final, it is the Grant Bulldogs 64 and the Rockford Jayhawks 42.
This sports broadcast made possible by support from the following. Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland for your year-round comfort needs, heating or air conditioning, featuring repair, installation, and around-the-clock emergency service. Call 847-622-7483 or visit customheating.com. The Windy City Bulls, For tickets and game information for the official NBA D-League affiliate of the Chicago Bulls, visit WindyCityBulls.com. For 115 years, Colonial Cafe has been serving up breakfast, lunch, dinner, and legendary ice cream to the Fox Valley community. Colonial Cafe is the premier location for after games, plays, concerts, and more. Colonial Cafe is your community cafe. ColonialIceCream.com. Paradigm Performance, helping athletes achieve higher levels of performance with outstanding care and rehabilitation. Train to Perform.us.